So I'm rather timid to do that again, because it really sucks when you pull their eyes out. Yeah, I put the one with the gecko, I just duct taped it back on, and it was fun. If they come completely out of the socket and they're no longer attached, it would only be for cosmetic reasons that you put it back in.
You just put some duct tape over the hole and fix everything.
Oh yeah. Not like it hurt you, I think.
Would you like to?
I'm pretty sure that.
So I had this aunt-in-law. Never mind. School appropriate story.
Okay. All right, claim. 3-4 would be what? That is correct. 3 beats per measure, quarter note pulse, and we call that simple triple. And Keen?
Number 3.
Yes.
Simple quadruple. And a half note pulse.
All right. 4 beats to measure is what you probably meant by quadruple, right?
Yeah.
But did you say duple quadruple? Is that what you said?
No,
Oh, simple quadruple, very good. Simple quadruple, meaning that the 2 on the bottom means that we half notes get 1 beat, right? All right, so you could actually have a measure that had 4 half notes in it, and it would look kind of strange to you, but you could actually have that. Doc, how about number 4?
Number 4, that is, there are 3 beats in a measure, and each beat is an eighth note. I would call that simple triple.
That's exactly right. Exactly how it's done. Very well. And by the way, I finally have something to pass out this week.
That would be
Oh, is it the one he's been nagging you for?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting because I honestly don't think it's that important. I want my piece for the music that we already have.
So it's important
not
to
my
you
piece for the
that when
music
he
we don't
finishes
already
this one-
have.
So this week, does that mean today or
Today.
tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm catching this on tape.
Absolutely today. I finally, I was driving back from a gig Friday night and trying to stay awake, and it finally occurred to me that I just needed to change keys, not your part. You'll still get to play in D, but when the saxophones play, there's no reason why they couldn't play in E flat. Because the composer's already set up the chromatic stuff. It keeps going down by half steps. So I tried to use some of his same modulations and got the saxophones into E flat for their portion, and then I take it back to D for you to finish it. We'll see if we like it. All right, let's see. It would be Ryan's turn on number 5. We'll come. I promise we'll come back to you.
So 2/4 time, then a half note gets the beat, and there's 4 beats per measure.
No. Other way
You
around.
got it upside down, I think.
So it's 2 beats per measure.
Right.
The quarter note gets the beat.
That's right.
So that would be a simple duple.
Simple duple is exactly right. So the most likely looking measure would be a measure with 2 quarter notes in it. Okay. 4/8, Mr. Josh.
That's four beats a measure.
Right.
And the eighth note gets the beat.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have to say that that's, well, you can count it like it's a 2/4, but I don't know what to call that.
Well, measures would very likely resemble measures that you've seen before in 2/4. You're right. We still would call that simple quadruple, right?
Okay.
Okay? But you're right, it would sure look no different than a bunch of 2/4 measures. 3/2, Miss Liz.
There are 3 beats and a measure, and the half note gets the beat.
Half note gets a beat, 3 beats to measure, very good, and it would be,
I haven't the slightest idea.
alright, simple,
Simple triple.
right,
Okay.
very good, and wasn't that just perfect? He needed to go to the bathroom just when it was his turn. Ryan, you're gonna have to bail him out.
Half notes get the beat and 2 beats in measure.
Right.
Simple duple.
Simple duple, very good.
That was pleasant.
Wasn't that great? Let's jump up to the next page.
Key of D, I believe.
Are we gonna have to like count, clap these?
No,
No?
not yet. Sorry.
Oh, God.
In simple time, simple anything, simple duple, simple triple, simple quadruple, any of those, when we begin to divide pulses, we divide them by 2, just because that's what simple meter does. And so as you see up there, if you have in a 3/8 time eighth notes and you want to subdivide them, you would divide them into 2 16th notes put together, all right? And if you are in 3/2 and you have half notes and you want to split them, you would split them into quarter notes. That's not what we do when we're in compound time. In compound time, we split pulses into 3s. Okay? And so what I should probably do is compare, this book doesn't ever actually do this, but it's a good comparison. What really is the difference between 3/4 time and 6/8 time?
6/8 times twice as fast.
The way the notes are
This
segregated.
doesn't actually indicate tempo, so it might be twice as fast, but it doesn't indicate tempo. For instance, here's what I mean. I'll give you, all right, in 3/4 time, we have a first pulse, a second pulse, and a third pulse. And if I want to split those, or if I want to double the time, I'm going to end up having this, right? And is that not 6/8 notes in that measure? Yes, of course it is. All right, and there are 6/8 notes in this measure. So again, somebody give me some idea. How do I know if I was in 3/4 and I went to 8 notes? How would I know that I'm not in 6/8?
How the notes are supposed to be segregated? Or
Kinda,
conjugated?
Kind
Yeah.
of like that. Let me go ahead and write the 6/8 notes in this one, and you'll notice the difference right away.
2 pulses in 6/8, right?
There are only 2 pulses in 6/8, so you'll notice now I just put 3/8 notes in the first pulse, and I'm gonna put the other 3. And again, unless you happen to notice where the beams are, you would say, well, they're exactly the same. There's 8, and there are 6/8 notes every time. However, the pulses look like this: 1, 2, 3. Notice how 1 is about twice as big as 2, because that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that's a waltz. This one is going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, an absolutely most clever piece that I'm sure you've heard before. It comes from West Side Story. Has everybody seen West Side Story?
I love that movie.
Great show. Absolutely great show. Written by,
No,
He
that.
who must not be named.
oh man, I just had a senior moment here. Everybody knows. Who wrote this? Except you.
Google it on the iPad.
Huh?
That iPad will not hook up to the.
It will not.
The internet will not hook up to any
Here.
portable devices here.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
Is that why I
It's
can't
not-
get on
I
with
put
my...
it on my iPad.
And we have
Can't.
appealed to the technology god across the street. Maybe he'll watch this. And he promises that our
Oh, God.
iPads will be able to pick up school internet probably by the second semester of next year.
So the world will be ending. Okay, great.
Yeah, well, we,
Oh,
But-
stop video.
anyway,